Hello, my name is Vegan Brie. I talk about all things vegan, cruelty-free beauty. I just got the new Nomad palette. I have been waiting for this since Monday, and I was gonna take a shower after swatches and stuff, but that's just not how it turned out. It's a Chicago palette. It's Chicago Speakeasy. Thank you so much for sending this to me in PR. I do have a code Vegan Brie to get 10% off. I was just playing with one of the shadows to set my eyeshadow primer. I used the e.l.f. one, which is really good. On my channel, I do want to start focusing more on working mom content, self-care, taking care of yourself, especially if you're a mom, but even if you're not a mom, like not forgetting about yourself. I can't keep up with all the girlies on here that can buy it all and test it all. I'm a busy working mom. I work full-time. I don't work from home. I'm also not a stay-at-home mom. Nothing against that. I'm not able to do that, and it's just not my type of life. That's just not my lifestyle. So this palette though, look at this. I'm going to show swatches. I'm still working on them at the moment, but when you see them, when you see this video, I wanted to get this up earlier, but I just didn't. I love the mauves. I love the purples. This is like a really good work palette, at least for me. Even if this is like not your vibe, like there are neutrals in here, and then you can have fun with the shimmers and this multi-chromes. Like we have neutrals, we have purples, we have some greens, we have like these are I feel like wearable purples. I mean, wearable can mean different things, but especially if you're like intimidated by color, I think that this is fun. Like you can use this in the inner corner. You can just literally break this up, or just use the greens, or just use the neutrals. You can like interchange this inner corner, outer corner, whatever. I think putting color in the outer corner sometimes is like the easiest thing to do, especially beginning, like when you're starting out with makeup and color, or just putting it a colorful shimmer, and then just keeping it neutral. So, but yeah, look at those multi-chromes. So there's 5 multi-chromes, and then the rest are mattes. I was using the shade to set my eyeshadow primer, Prohibition. So first I'm going to finish setting my eyeshadow primer with the shade Prohibition. Future Brie. So Nomad also always donates to a cause with every palette. So let's see, they're going to donate proceeds to, we are so proud to support Friends of the Chicago River organization that works to protect and restore the Chicago River for people and wildlife, which I love. How beautiful this art deco is. Oh. Okay, back to the past. Back to the past Brie. Right, it's kind of like darker, not super dark, but it'll blend well. Honestly, this would be a good crease shade if you want to put something on the lid. There you go, done. I think I'm gonna use the shade, this one, so I'm gonna do like a more glam look, but I'm gonna make this a work appropriate look too. I only usually have 15 minutes to get ready in the morning. I'm gonna do a more softer look. It's gonna be a first impression, and then I can always do a video after. Okay, I'm gonna do Blind Pig right here. It's like this really pretty mauve, and they always have really pretty, and I'm using a ColourPop E18. I got this in like a set at Ulta, but this is like I guess like an E25 from Sigma. You don't need to spend a lot of money on brushes, but I only use synthetic brushes. There's tons of brush brands out there. Honestly, just look on YouTube, depending on your eye shape. I am going to take it slightly higher than my hood right here, just because if I don't, you're not going to be able to see it, which sometimes is fine too. And then we can always clean this up. I can always clean this up, not we. But I always do my eyes first for the most part, because I can get kind of messy with it, and then you can clean it up afterwards. What is it, kind of like baking? Make a mess, then you clean up. This, you can clean as you go, but yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit more, then you can close your eyes and kind of see how it's gonna look. But like there, I'm gonna take a little bit more, kind of have my eye open so I can see what I'm doing. Never played with this palette before, but so far so good. Like, I blend out the sides. It was really pretty. And then, so the smaller the brush, the more pigment. and also the fluffier the brush, it's sometimes easier to blend. You can kind of pack on with like a more dense brush and then blend out. This honestly you can use as a highlighter or like under the eyes, but like this is going to take up this much space. So, and it's very fluffy, so it's going to be good to blend, but it's going to, if you put a dark shade of this, it's just going to take it all over. I mean, harder to blend. Depends what you're going for. So I'm going to take a smaller brush though. I'm going to take the Blend Bunny B1 brush. There's a bunch of brushes. You can get them during a sale for like, I think you can get the brush set for like $12 on sale. But see the fluff and the movement, and it's not super stiff, but it's not like super fluffy like the other one I was just showing. I'm going to take the shade Violet Hour. This shade right here. It's a lighter mauve. And I have my fingers back here. If you have your, like this, you're applying more pressure. Here, you have more control and you're not applying as much pressure. Working harder, working smarter, not harder, right? Again, depends on what you're going for though. And your makeup aesthetic. And then I have it slightly higher. And I'm like doing windshield wiper as well as like circles. I want to see what drifter looks like, so I'm going to take a fluffier brush and just kind of blend. Or actually, no, I'm going to take a smaller brush and take this Divina D104. I don't know what I'm going to do when this wears off because it's getting there. I'm going to take the shade Drifter, this lighter shade right here, just to see. Ooh, it's kind of like a, not super lavender, but just to clean up the edges a little bit. It's really pretty. All right, and then I'm gonna use Theory Epoxy glitter glue. I also have the Ben Nye one. The NYX glitter glue is fine, but it was having, first of all, it's not vegan, it has beeswax, but I was having issues with it. I always thought it was vegan, and it's not, though. I think I'm gonna take Chicago Fizz right here. You're supposed to be multi-chromes, and then I'm gonna take some of the purple. Okay, take Chicago Fizz. I don't even know how to describe that. Like, I was trying to get that shade pictures. It was really hard to show because it showed, I don't know, not brown, but it was hard to show. Shifts are hard, like in general. I'm trying to work on my photography. I'm not an expert. I'm filming on my phone right now. Do want a camera that is on my Christmas list. Can't afford like a $1,000 camera, but it would be nice just like for pictures and videos. And then take some of Aviation. You see that shift? Oh, so pretty. This is definitely more glam, but I like glam looks. I'm not over here trying to show natural, whatever, like no makeup. I like my mascara. I like my brows, even if it's just like a brow gel. Eyeshadow is my favorite, but it does take me the longest. I will tell you that. And then I'm going to do the other eye, and I'll be right back. I have my youngest in here with me, but I'm going to show you clean up.
What's a camera?
I'm using my phone right now. So I'm going to use a beauty sponge and just cleaning up. And pinching it and pulling. Probably not great for anti-aging, but yeah. And then we can always kind of buff it out with concealer and everything. It goes away. All right, face is done. Finishing up the eyes. I put in Ultra from Moira. It's a multi-chrome like eyeliner. They're really, really fun. I'm gonna use a little Eco Tools brush again from that little mini set I had. I love these. I've had these for like, I don't know, like 10 years, something like that. I've gotten like multiple of them. They're like a travel set, but there's a cute little smudger brush. Use it in the inner corner too, here. All right, I don't know what to use. I hate messing up the imprints in here too because they all have imprints, but gotta do it. Gotta do it. I think I'm gonna use, I really want to use that green, so I might use it here. Or I don't know. I'm gonna use Windy City for my liner, this shade right here. And I just used a liner brush from Looksy, but you can use like I like the thin ones. I just map out close to my lash line, and then yeah, and you clean it up, whatever. As I said, you can always clean up. Maybe I'll use some of the brown. I didn't really do that. Take Absinthe in the House, this brown right here. It's a pretty brown, like a warm medium brown. I like all the midtones in here. A lot of palettes, they forget about the midtones. They only show the darks. They only have like the darks and the medium, or darks and the light shades, but not the. Sometimes they forget light. Sometimes they forget darks. Sometimes they forget. Yeah, this one has like it all. I feel like they have. Let's see, 1, 2. Well, I don't know if this is deep, but deepish. 1, 2, 3, like 4 deepish shades, and then they have like the midtones. Only thing I wish they had like a green, but Nomad has so many like matte greens. And like their Ireland palette and Royal Europe palette and lots of palettes. I have so many Nomad I have, this is 15 now. I have a lot. The past like almost 3 years. I have almost every palette, and this was sent in PR. That doesn't mean I don't give my honest reviews and honest opinions. And then, so also if you have a little fun up here, you can just do neutral down here and it doesn't look as like loud. Or you can use, I would use the same shade that I used on my crease down here, a darker shade. I feel like sometimes darker shades though, if you didn't do something dark on top, kind of pulls your eye down. And I'm 32, I have dark circles. I did use concealer, but also it's like the more product you use, this, you know. And then I am going to take a small amount. I didn't use like color, but what you can do too is I like putting like a shimmer here, brighten up your eye. I'm going to use one in the inner corner, but just for fun, I'm going to use the Green Mill just because I want to see what we're working with. Put a little bit here on the lower lash line. So a little bit of a pop, and then maybe a little bit my inner corner. It's bright, but not like too bright, or I think this will work for like a neutral look. And then you can put a shimmer on top just to kind of amp it up, but sort of tone it down. This is a perfect green. I was kind of nervous about it for work, but I actually think that looks fun. And then a teensy bit of a shimmer just because I love my shimmers. And this is a little, you can use like a, I wouldn't recommend like a fluffy brush. Again, it's just more control, but then again, this is more pigment. I'm going to take Gin Ricky right here, this beautiful multi-chrome. Kind of loud, but I like a loud inner corner. And I like my iridescent shades, so just a teensy bit on top. Oh yeah, perfect. And then a little bit here, kind of overlapping the green, but you can still see the green. That looks really, really pretty. So far, the shades that I played with, this is my first impression. I will come back, maybe do like a speed reviews on some makeup if you would like that. Like quick makeup, and then like also show the looks that I've created with this. I only had one, like this is my day I got it and wearing it right now. I've only worn this for a few hours, but I do really, really like it a lot. I'm not having any, no creasing, very smooth. I mean, it is going to look a little textured, like right here for me, just because I have some folds. But other than that, like no issues. It looks really pretty. Didn't have a lot of fallout at all, which I really like. But yeah, I'm excited to play this some more, especially this week for work. Like I can do browns, I can do purples. I wish there was a green matte, but I can pull from different palettes that have green mattes. Like for example, if I want greens, I usually pull for this palette, which is the Ireland palette. It has like every green you could think of, except for like a bright neon palette. Okay, these are ones that have not been discontinued. So the little Nomad palette, the Canadian Rockies palette, which came out earlier this year, has little greens, and these are not multi-chromes. They did not get the best reviews, but I really like these. These are just like, they have 4, I have 3, but I thought this is a cute little palette. I really like that green, lighter green. And then this came out this year too, the Nomad Keys Beachy and Peachy. Has some greens, like bright greens, bright tones. And then the Nomad Aquabanga palette, which came out last year. This is more of a brighter green. Also has really pretty greens. And then I got sent this for my birthday. It's my first palette that they sent me for PR, but it was for my birthday, my 30th birthday 2 years ago. This, if you want some neons or some brights, some really pretty greens too. That is my first impressions. I wouldn't say a full-blown review, but my first kind of like review-ish of the Nomad Chicago Speakeasy palette. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see from me. Do you want to see a quick look? I do makeup for fun, okay? I'm not an expert. This is my, makeup is like my therapy. I struggle with mental health problems. I struggle with ADHD. This is my only time in the morning when I'm getting ready for work where I'm able to kind of focus and kind of zone out and sort of stop and like focus what I'm doing. Usually it's only 15 minutes. On weekends, it's more, but sometimes it's not. I just want to kind of like promote and encourage self-care for working women, working moms. Sometimes we forget about ourselves and we need to like, put ourselves first sometimes, or second or third or whatever, but have some time to ourselves, whether it's 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes in the morning, whatever, a minute, mascara, something. Like I said, I'm promoting beauty. It's not just like superficial. I think a lot of people think that makeup is just for superficial, like for vanity reasons, and it's not. For me, it just makes me feel more awake. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it's endorphins. I don't know the science behind it, but like it makes me feel more awake. The act of putting myself together, like getting dressed doesn't do it for me. Like that's something I kind of have to do, but like doing my makeup is something, like I said, where I can just sort of like have fun, try different things, different looks, different colors, whatever. It's not all, and I'm also not here to promote like you need to buy everything, because I don't do that. I'm on kind of like a low buy, and I also promote, buying cruelty-free and vegan products. Because that's all I buy. So yeah, if that kind of stuff excites you, or you're interested in seeing more of that, my daily makeup looks, which I post in shorts, TikToks, and reels, I try to do daily. I did that for 2 years. Then I would click subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. As always, stay safe, healthy, and always do something that makes you happy.